Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Pocono Raceway. We are here to begin the 10th event of the season, in season number 1 of the Wawa Pro Series. This is the Pennsylvania Sprint, and we're going to only have 9 laps around this 2.5 mile speedway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, my home state. Very proud of it. The home state of Wawa. So kind of a home race for Wawa in a little bit of a way, even though Dover is actually closer to the true home of Wawa, but you know, we're not going to get too technical with that. But hey, we're here for the Pennsylvania Sprint. Going to set the starting lineup for tomorrow's 25-lap race here in the Pennsylvania 100K. And it should be a very interesting race here today, and of course a very interesting race tomorrow, and especially in terms of this championship. Hunter Braxton has definitely been the hottest driver of the season, especially in these past few races. Ever since he got that race victory at Talladega, he has been on fire this entire stretch. And he comes into this race with almost a full race point lead on the field. 21-point lead ahead of Jesse Turner for Hunter Braxton coming into this sprint race. But Turner there, starting in third, is, of course, only 21 points behind him. The guy starting on pole for this sprint race, Seth Cole, is 22 points behind. All three of those guys could come out of this weekend the points leader, but more than likely Hunter Braxton will be that guy. But if Braxton falls outside the top 10 tomorrow, Seth Cole, Jesse Turner win tomorrow, then we got ourselves a new points leader heading into the next race at Atlanta. Noah Clifton also up there, 26 points behind, but he hasn't really found much success since his last win in the Wawa Pro Series back at Indianapolis. And then you have Will Parrish there, 29 points behind, who started off the season very well, but has since fallen off significantly as well. But one race can just shift it all around, and we may very well see that here at the Pocono Raceway. We'll go ahead and get these guys to roll off, and the starting lineup determined by the finishing results of the last race that we had at Watkins Glen a week and a half ago. Seth Cole won that race at Watkins Glen. His 2 wins this season have been on road courses. And of any of the oval tracks that we go to on the season, this is the most similar to a road course, of course, at least in real life. But Seth Cole, Hunter Braxton on the front row, Jesse Turner and Thomas Troxel there in row number 2. Dylan Young alongside Brendan Wilmington in row number 3. And then you got Nathan Faden, William Brock in row 4. Zachary Fitzwater and Brandon Nilsson all received championship points in the last race at Watkins Glen. There's 6 races to go, including this one here at the Pocono Race. So we got Pocono, Atlanta, and the new Atlanta Motor Speedway as well. So essentially a brand new racetrack for these guys coming up next week. Road America after that. Michigan is one of the races. Darlington is another. And Martinsville. I think it goes Martinsville, Michigan, Darlington after Road America in terms of the schedule, I think. And then we're on to Season 2. And yes, there will be a Season 2 of this series. And we'll be using the Next Gen mod for it. We'll be doing customs. We're going to do things a little bit differently, but it's still going to be a lot of fun this summer for the second season of the Wawa Pro Series. So we still have 6 races left to go here in season number 1, and a lot of great racing to go until we determine a champion here in the Wawa Pro Series. Seth Cole, one of those guys who could easily win this championship here this season. Jesse Turner, another one of those guys, too, of the biggest names in this series going after it. And Hunter Braxton, first ever run in a series on the channel, has had an excellent season, and he has definitely been the guy to beat as of late. But one race can shift that all around, and that could happen tomorrow. But today we determine the starting lineup for tomorrow's 25-lap race. It's 9 laps here today, and we're underway at the Tricky Triangle. Already some 3 wide back in there. Of course, only the top 3 drivers receive championship points. And the fastest lap determining the starting lineup. No, Clifton there in the number 21 moved 3 wide, and he's going to get that to work to his advantage. Turner up the second right there, and Dylan Young looking for third on Hunter Braxton at the start of this race. This is a very tricky track, hence why they call it the Tricky Triangle. And it's a bit of a slow-paced track, slower than Indianapolis, so especially when they get into turn number 3 right here, they really have to check up into the corner. But Jesse Turner going to move to the inside right there, the number 24. And Turner going to have the advantage to the inside. He may be able to lead this first lap. Nathan Faden coming on strong. And Faden actually has more points finishes than anybody else in this season in terms of the feature events. 7 top 10s in 9 races for Nathan Faden, but he's only 10th in points. Only 45 points, so he hasn't really been up front too much this season. And I'm sure Faden would love to find a way to move himself inside the top 5, top 10 for tomorrow's race as well. And of course, a good starting position here for tomorrow's race would definitely help out. Noah Clifton currently with the fastest lap, but that was the first lap. This is going to be the first lap under speed right here. And Jesse Turner trying to pull away once again, get his 3rd sprint win of the season. I believe it'd be his 24th career win. Yes, if he were to pull it off here. Turner has been having a great season, especially in the sprint races. In the feature events, it's where he struggled a little bit. He did get that win at Homestead earlier this season. Nathan Faden just went to the top of the board with the fastest lap, so he's looking to start on the pole as of right now, but we still have 7 laps to go here in the sprint race. Not only that, Nathan Faden looking to get some points here as well in the sprint event. Help his cause in the championship, but Jesse Turner and Seth Cole, these two guys, if they finish and they start up front in tomorrow's race, they may have a very good opportunity at taking the points lead. Of course, if either of them win tomorrow and Hunter Braxton falls outside the top 10 or falls far enough outside of the points range that he would need to get, we could definitely be seeing Turner and Seth Cole heading in to Atlanta, the points leader. But Nathan Faden moved to the inside there for 2nd in the turn number 3. And Seth Cole right there in the number 24. Going to pull back 1 position. That's 1 point right there towards the championship. Dylan Young, Noah Clifton up here. This is the highest we've really seen Noah Clifton run all season. Jesse Turner has gone to the top of the board, and he's got the fastest lap right now. I think as this race goes along, the tires will wear out. I think those fastest laps are going to be early on, as we usually see in these sprint races. You got Dylan Young right there going for the final points-paying position in this sprint race. He's to the inside of Seth Cole, but he's not got a nose to the inside of the 24 heading into the tunnel turn, and Seth Cole will hold on to that last points-paying position. Thomas Troxel up here in the number 10. He's not top 10 in terms of the fastest lap. He's 13th. Hunter Braxton's 15th. That is not a good place to start, and he's going to lose another position right here to Chris Reynolds. Chris Reynolds did very well at Richmond a couple races ago, and he's only 34 points behind Braxton in this championship. As for the race lead, how about Nathan Faden? Faden definitely appears to be the fastest guy here right now, and he's going to move to the inside of Jesse Turner for the race lead. And not only that, he's got the fastest lap as well. So Faden looking to start on the pole now as of right now. Thomas Troxel's 2nd fastest, and Jesse Turner in the podium position. Dylan Young is there, 4th quickest, and then it's Chris Reynolds with the 5th quickest time. Here comes Dylan Young, though, to the inside of Seth Cole. He's going to finally try to get that position for that extra bonus point. And Dylan Young comes in only 31 points behind after his 2 wins that he's had this season at New Smyrna and Richmond. Dylan Young would definitely welcome a good run here today at the Pocono Raceway, but he still can't quite get to the inside of Seth Cole right there. And it's sort of difficult to make a pass here at Pocono. It's definitely very easy. I mean, this is one of the better tracks in NR, in my opinion. It's always produced great racing. Never had a bad version of Pocono before. Actually, maybe some of the early races way back in the day when we used like that 2012 version, they may not have been as good in terms of passing. But once we got to the original version and then this 2018 version here, we've had some great races here at the Pocono Raceway, and should be in store for another great one tomorrow. Faden pulling away a little bit right now here from Jesse Turner, and he still holds on to the fastest lap. Of course, if Faden pulls away enough here, that will allow him to get this race victory, and that'd be good towards the championship for Faden, who's trying to bounce off of that 7 top 10 runs that he's had this season. It's been a very consistent season for Nathan Faden, but just hasn't been consistently all the way up front. But looking to turn that around. A win would definitely put him right in championship contention heading into the final 5 races of the season. Young has finally gotten around Seth Cole for that final points-paying position. And Turner still has a shot at winning this race, too. So, every point matters, and we're going to see that all the way up to the finale at Darlington. Every single point matters in this championship here for the Wawa Pro Series, and these guys are going to be going after it in every single one of these races. Now, next season, the point system is going to change slightly. It's still going to be the top 10 finishers in the feature race receiving championship points. However, it's going to be essentially 1 point per position up there, which is going to make these sprint races mean a lot more in terms of the championship, because the format's going to stay the same for the sprint races next year. We get 3 points for winning, 2 points for second, and 1 point for the podium. But next year, it's going to be 12 points for the win, then 9 points for second, all the way down throughout the top 10, 1 point separating each position. So, it's definitely going to be interesting next season, the way it's all going to be done. And we also plan on having 30 cars in the field instead of 24, and of course an expanded season with customs on the next gen mod. It's going to be all different for Season 2 of the Wawa Pro Series, let's put it that way. Turner's closing in here. White flag in the Pennsylvania Sprint, however, so I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but we got a battle there for that last points-paying position. Seth Cole trying to get around Dylan Young, but Dylan Young looking to take it away. Young is 5th quickest. Seth Cole's up there as well. Hunter Braxton, on the other hand, has not been as fast. He's 13th. Not a bad place to start on the inside lane midway through the field, but could have worked out a little bit better for Hunter Braxton, who finished runner-up last time out at Watkins Glen. Nathan Faden looking to get his first win of the season, first win of the year, and for third. That's a point right there for Seth Cole. That would actually tie... Actually, no, it wouldn't tie Seth Cole with Jesse Turner, because Turner has got 2 points right now. Nathan Faden's going to get the 3 points, however, though. Faden is going to get a clean sweep here in the sprint race. Fastest lap and the pole for tomorrow's feature event, and 3 points towards the championship as he wins the Pennsylvania Sprint. Turner in second. Seth Cole with that last point. After starting on the pole in the sprint race, he just took it away there from Dylan Young, so it's going to be a 2-point difference between Turner and Seth Cole. Turner is now going to be 19 points behind heading into the feature tomorrow, and Seth Cole is going to only be 21 points behind. But Nathan Faden is going to be 45 points behind Hunter Braxton going into tomorrow's race as he wins the Pennsylvania Sprint here at Pocono. Faden will start on the pole as well for the Pennsylvania 100K. Then it's Thomas Troxel, Jesse Turner, Seth Cole, Dylan Young, Chris Reynolds, Vlad Prescott, Christian Masters, Zach Winkle, Noah Clifton, William Brock, Logan Williams, Hunter Braxton, Will Parrish, Nathan Ormond, Brandon Nelson, Ethan Lewis, Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Stapleton, Priya McShane, Trey Wright, Ryan Durrani, Brendan Wilmington, and Dan Park. The starting lineup for tomorrow's Pennsylvania 100K, and we do not have any ties in terms of the fastest lap, so that is officially how they will line up in tomorrow's event. You see the starting lineup there on the right of your screen. Nathan Faden gets it done with Turner and Seth Cole receiving championship points here in the Pennsylvania Sprint. Whereas tomorrow it is the Pennsylvania 100K. Will determine who gets those 25 championship points, and we'll see how this championship battle closes in heading into the final 5 races of the season. Only 6 races remain, including tomorrow's event, and we will see you guys tomorrow here from the Pocono Raceway in the Pennsylvania 100K. Congratulations to Nathan Faden for winning the pole and winning the sprint race, and we'll see you guys tomorrow here for the 10th race of the season in the Wawa Pro Series. I will see you guys later!